Hubble.
Okay. We're not gonna do that.
I'm gonna for what?
Listen, this is my house.
You ain't the boss of me.
What's this?
It's a stone.
Okay, what were you talking about? Assholes. It's a stone. Thank you. You handed me a rock.
I have lots of rocks.
Put that right there.
Thank you. Anywho, I don't know. Do you want to discuss going down to Dad's?
Yeah.
What a fucking shit show that was.
It just started out bad.
Did it?
Well, no, it's not even that it started out bad. Just the trip fucking sucks.
Yeah, you don't like the drive.
I don't like the drive at all.
Yeah, it doesn't really bother me to be in the car. I don't really like to drive.
If I could drive the whole time, I would be fine.
So drive.
Sometimes that's not doable. Motherfucker won't get out of the driver's seat.
Well, you can say, like, bruh, I'm driving.
I don't think it's gonna work with him. I don't know. I mean, I get some people are like that, but I mean, I'm that way.
Yeah.
You know, I'm the same way, so I get it. You know.
And I just want to sit in the back seat and hope that I die.
Yeah,
blissfully.
I mean,
like I don't want to be involved at all. I don't want to be co-pilot. I don't want to be in charge of anything.
You're snack captain.
Right. Yeah. And dog whisperer. Right.
Right, but that's not you. I don't give a fuck about those dogs.
Exactly. So I have to sit in the back. In conclusion.
Are they okay? I don't
know. I don't know. Are they a lot together? I mean, they look like they're breathing. I don't know.
Fun. Sweaty. Ellen's on its back.
That's so stupid.
It's all stupid.
I don't know. I feel like Dad is like a cartoon character sometimes.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was feeling on that trip that we made to the that whatever artsy district thing that we did.
Yeah.
Just the shit that was coming out of his mouth was so over the top, like offensive, of course, you know.
Right.
But there was like an element to it that was like there's still such a comedic element to everything that Dad does.
Yeah.
Like he is so much a character.
Right.
And I just think it's funny that he can be that way and act like that's, you know, like that's how he is constantly. I mean, like that is how he is. But then when I do it, it upsets him.
I guess he gets so.
Because I do it in my own way.
Right.
And I don't think he's into it.
I think that he just likes to be the center of attention.
Yeah, could be.
Because you guys are so much alike.
Yeah.
So I think that has something to do with that.
Yeah.
But the toaster. Can we talk about the toaster?
You're really upset about that toaster.
I am so upset about this toaster. You don't understand. I mean, you kind of understand.
Yeah, it's just a hair.
It was such a point of contention in our house. Always.
Yeah.
As long as I can remember. Mom would have the toaster on the counter, and Dad would say, "Why is it on the counter?" And put it underneath. And she's like, "We don't have a lot of cabinet space." You know, it just stays on the counter. And then he's like, "Well, you never clean it. And there's crumbs everywhere." Like, it was like this
Gotta get mice. Yeah.
Right, you're gonna get mice. Yeah. Oh, had a chipmunk. Where do you think a chipmunk come from?
Where the chipmunk come from? Huh?
Where do you think
fucking ass.
Yeah, so that.
I mean, I get it.
And then there it is, staring me right in the eyes.
I can't stand it.
Oh, I'm gonna kill myself.
I know you planned it.
He doesn't even try to sing the next part at all.
No, he doesn't. That's
it was just like the end.
I'm gonna set it straight this Watergate, and he's like,
Yep. I mean, he like gave it a try to learn it, but
yeah.
Oh, this toaster. How are you not upset about this toaster?
Because I don't give a fuck.
Do you know how many women he's dated and they couldn't break him of this toaster? And then this lady, who's very lovely.
Right, that's probably why. He's like, well, there has to be some conflict in this relationship. We can do it over the toaster and the snot rockets.
Oh my Jesus Christ. It was the best. I'm so sorry that you guys missed
That
it.
was such a wild fucking day.
It was the craziest day of
That
my
was such a
fucking
wild
life.
day. You're like, did that all happen the same day? Yeah.
It's so much, and like more of it keeps coming back. I bought a
I know.
kazoo
Yeah.
and scared a bird.
Yeah, scared a turkey vulture.
It was a big one,
Yeah,
too.
it was a big old turkey vulture.
I kazooed it, and it like,
I was like,
ducked
what
down.
the fuck?
That was the best.
That was a good day. That was a good day. I feel like that was perfectly unplanned,
Yes.
you know?
It was like a rough outline.
Mm-hmm.
And then Adam called those poor people mouth breathers right to their face.
Dude, he was like, what is wrong with that kid? 6 feet from the kid while looking at him.
Through an open car door window. And like it's like half the freaking door.
But to be fair, that kid was fucked up.
He was like
Super dumb. Like when you can look at people. But that one we had the opportunity to also see where he came from, and we were like, that makes sense.
well, they all were staring at us with their mouths
Open with their tongues sticking halfway out. Like,
yeah.
Like they're fucking choking to death on poison gas.
And I'm rolling out the window.
Right. And Dad's like,
Frantically.
what is wrong with that kid? Like, look at the fucking... Dad's like, look at the family. It's not, you know, that there's something actually, like, wrong with them.
Right.
It's just... It's purely a locational problem. What was I saying down there? It's regional.
It's regional.
It's a regional problem.
Yeah, it's regional.
It's just a regional problem. It's too hard to get out of those fucking hollers and shit in those mountains. It's so fucking hard to climb out of that shit. So even if you're not fucking your cousin, you're fucking somebody that is your 5th cousin.
Well, and who wants to teach there? No one.
Right.
So they get the worst teachers.
Or they get people who grew up there, so they go through the same system.
Right. It's war on education, man. But they were mouth breathers.
Is that a peacock feather?
It is, yes.
It's fucking stupid.
Stop looking at my things and then calling them down.
Okay.
I have a lot of really dope ass shit in this room.
I like your tapestry.
Thank you. Do you like? I have twinkle lights in front of it.
I seen that. That's something.
Thank you. It's almost a compliment.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking about selling some of this stuff because I have like all of these, like the crystal generators.
Yeah. The crystal towers.
Those are called generators, but yes.
They look like the Washington Monument. What's the Washington Monument made out of?
I don't know.
Let me look it up.
You could look it up too. In a race.
No. What's the Washington Monument made out of?
Probably granite.
According to National Park Service, weighing 81,120 tons, the Washington Monument stands 555, 5-1/8 tall. The walls of the monument range in thickness from
Marble.
15 feet at the base to 18
Oh, it's
at
marble?
the upper shaft. They are composed primarily of white marble blocks from Maryland,
Yeah,
a few from
okay.
Massachusetts, underlain.
So, what powers does marble have?
I don't know.
Great. Okay.
I don't know. It's like a commercial stone.
Marble?
Yeah.
No, it's not. That's what fucking Da Vinci was carving out of.
I know that, but I'm saying it's like a commercialized product. So it's like it's not sold as metaphysical properties because it has so many other uses.
Aren't there... What? So just because it can be used for something else,
Well, it's just like it's just
They're-
not used like that.
you're just not your people aren't peddling that rock?
Why would you say such a thing? I would amend that to say I don't know the answer to that, so I would have to look it up.
Okay, what about limestone?
Same thing. Like I don't know.
Limestone's used for all sorts of shit, and there are definitely fucking metaphysical or whatever you want to call it properties that your
I just don't know. I don't.
spiritual type.
I could probably look it up, but I just don't have
This
it.
fucking cushion sucks.
I'm sorry. Do you wanna
No, I don't like cushions.
Oh, you don't want any cushion.
I'm just not a cushion guy. I like that hardwood.
I have I like cushy chairs.
I
have lots of cushions.
I like it.
I like it. Right now I have my cushy chair and quilt on top of that, and then my pillow behind my back. Because I have to sit forward because otherwise my legs don't touch the ground.
I had that problem yesterday when I went over to Nick's house. Nick is a tall boy. He's probably like 6'1", 6'2". He's not Adam's size, obviously.
Wow.
But yeah, every chair and everything like that he has is for giants.
Yep.
Which is weird because Brandy is 5'1", maybe, his wife. But yeah, don't give a fuck.
Mm-mm.
It's funny. Oh, he bought a new gaming chair. Just a real quick story. Bought this new gaming chair last time I was there, and he like put it together, everything like that. And he was like, yeah, it's great. And I had seen it too. Like it was on sale, and I'd seen it. I almost bought it, but I didn't.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh yeah, you got it. Like that's dope. And he's like, yeah, I just don't like it that you can't adjust the height on it. And I'm like, yeah, you can. He's like, no, you can't, dude. I tried for like a long time. It's broken. I even called the company about it. I was like, really? And I sat in the chair and fucking did it immediately. And he's like, what the fuck? I was like, you need a fat friend.
You're welcome.
Yeah, right. He's like, what the fuck? I tried for hours.
Like, well, you weighed like 2 sacks of potatoes.
You're skinny.
Gotta back that ass up. That is funny. Monica's kid tried to flash on her Facebook Live, not on purpose, but it was really funny this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was live on
God.
Facebook, and I it must have been before baseball, and she starts laughing. She's like, what the? And she like moves the camera away, and she's like, I tell him that I'm going to go outside, and what does he do? Or to go live outside and to leave me alone. What does he do? Open up the door with his like no underwear on or something. I forget what she said, and she's like, why? It was so in her eyes. She's like, I hope it didn't get that, which it didn't, but it was just really funny. She's like, why? Kids are such jerks.
Yep, I don't give a fuck, especially boys.
Oh,
I don't give a shit.
The kids are such jerks is my commentary.
Yeah.
Because it's how I see them.
Boys just don't.
Boys just wanna fuck everything up.
Yeah.
What is this thing? It's the Clampies?
Yeah, don't fuck with that. The microphone will fall. Stupid.
Well, I didn't get any instructions. I just sat down. What am I supposed to be, like an expert?
No, but I mean, you are the type that
Fucks for shit?
researches every fucking aspect of things.
I have
so
been
kinda
so
surprising.
busy.
Yeah, that's true. With work and shit.
It's so annoying. I'm basically doing 2 full-time jobs.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah. I got the new Tony Hawk game, so I know how you feel. Like, I have my job, plus I have to, like, unlock everything in that, so it's, like, daunting.
You're so stoked. I wonder if Adam got it. Probably
I don't
not.
think you did.
He would tell me if he did.
You probably would have noticed.
Because he wouldn't be doing anything else.
Nope.
Maybe I'll wait.
Yeah, so, our trip, I mean, randomly seen that fucking coyote on the side of the highway in Dayton. You remember
Was it
that?
on the way down?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Is that a dog? It was like on like that berm, like like the
right by the art building or whatever it is.
I thought it was a college.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
But yeah, and then, I mean, let's just jump into that day, you know? I mean, like, we woke up and just decided to start partying, like, immediately. We're like, this is the day.
No, wait. Was it at the day that I slept in and you guys were all fucking concerned?
No, that was the day that we worked on Adam's car.
Yeah, but that's the day.
Is it?
It's the same day. That day was so long. You guys got up super early, which I had gotten up the day before super early, so we were all up.
Right.
But the day,
so I thought, everyone was like, "Oh shit, Jagger's fucking pissed off because something."
Yeah, like she's so mad. Like, why would it be mad?
It was because Dad's new girlfriend, was like really concerned about how everyone was doing, and she doesn't know how we operate. She doesn't know that we're not concerned about each other's feelings because you're gonna be
mutual.
We're gonna be fine.
Right, it's mutual.
Everything's fine. We're fine.
If I need to fuck off, tell me to fuck off.
Right.
And I'm not gonna be mad.
So especially while we're on vacation. Vacation is all individually about me.
Right.
Especially when we go to Dad's, because that's like, we know that if we let loose, he won't.
Right.
He will be the responsible one.
Right. You have to force him into it. So you give him one day. Yeah. You give him a meatball
or like a day and a half.
Right.
And like start him out doing what you want to do. And we did this. Like that's why I wanted to work on that. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That's why we're like, let's do that fucking Jeep. Let's do the axle on the fucking Blazer. Let's do it right now. Yeah. And he's like, all right, let's do it. And we.
So you guys, I mean, it was early. It was probably like 7:30 in the morning.
No, by the time we actually started working on it, it was probably around 8:30.
Okay, but everybody was like, "Oh, I thought you were mad." And then who woke me up? Was it
me? No, you woke. No,
somebody came. Adam came in and was like, "They think you're mad." I'm like, "I just slept in.
Right.
Like, it was amazing. I slept until 9 o'clock. I haven't done that in forever.
Right.
And I probably won't do it again in forever." Mm-hmm. So I walk out, and you guys are working on the Jeep.
Yeah. Well,
and I was already like, "What the fuck?"
On the Blazer. Well, that's kind of what I thought too. Like Dad, I asked him, how long of a job do you think this is going to take? And he says it's going to take 45 minutes. And then we realized that Adam had forgotten one piece. So he's like, well, cut that down by 15 because we're only doing 2/3 of the job. It was like a fan shroud that Adam had forgotten to bring. So he's like, whatever, it's not a big deal. This axle is the big deal, so let's get this done. So I'm thinking axle is going to be a task and a half.
Yeah, like a Hot Wheels axle? Like it goes all the way across the car?
Right. Like I don't know how axles work in cars. I'm not a mechanic. So, we jack it up, get the wheel off, everything like that. And meanwhile, I'm doing my normal thing. Like I know at this point what I need to do to be a helper while Dad's working on a car.
Right.
And Adam doesn't.
No.
Because he's never
It's a learned skill, for sure.
100%. So Dad really doesn't even need to tell me things. Like he'll tell me like the basic thing, and I'll pretty much know where it is, what to do, that kind of shit.
Right.
So there was a couple of different times where me and Dad like made eye contact, where we're like, we're in this elite club or whatever, and you and okay, but I was doing that. Yeah, I was doing that on purpose because I wanted him on my side because I had been planning this prank for a while.
Oh my god!
So
I can't believe you didn't warn me. I can't believe I didn't get it on film.
I know.
I can't believe it.
I know.
I'll
get him again.
You'll get him again.
That motherfucker is so easy.
He is really easy.
He already wants to look. That's his thing. He wants to look.
Shut up.
Okay, so I'm getting him on my side. I'm doing the right things. I am intentionally on my game, helping him out.
Like hyper focused.
Yeah, I'm not fucking around. I'm getting this shit done. I'm working at his pace. I'm feeling him out, and everything's moving smoothly, And
Adam's dicking around.
Adam's getting coffee and getting help with you, and then he goes and whatever, he's doing the thing, but he's out there. So it gets to the point where we got the axle replaced. We're doing the actuator on the end, and we're replacing the old one. And Dad's looking at the new one, and I give it to him. And he's looking at it, and he's like, I feel like there should be an O-ring in here, and there's not. And he looks at the old one, and it's all gunked up with grease and everything like that. And he just glanced at it for a minute. He's like, I don't see one in there. I'll just go grab
And this
a new
is when
one.
I walk out.
Yeah, you and Adam are now out, and you're like both drinking coffee, and you're watching us.
Right.
So he's like, I'm gonna go grab another, new O-ring. I'm like, all right.
No. You said, why don't you go grab one out of the thing? Because you're like, well, do you have one? Where are they?
Oh, right, okay.
Where do you have them? Where are they? I'll go get them. He's like, you're never gonna find it because I don't know if it's in this drawer or that drawer. It could be third from the bottom. Because you know how he can like photographically memorize the entire interior of his trailer garage.
Yeah, but can't fucking describe it.
Right.
You're right. You can't give you directions to it. Yeah.
Shit directions.
So right. So he goes into.
So he's like, I'll just get it.
Right. So he goes into his fucking tool shed.
Which is like an enclosed trailer. It's like a tow behind for a motorcycle, right?
It's a motorcycle trailer.
So it's like a hard shell.
Yeah, but that's where he's got his toolboxes and everything like that. And it's kind of like a permanent fixture now because he does have it wired up to electricity.
Right.
So
that thing's been around
in
for
there.
A long time.
He's fucking around with I can hear him in there, and right away, I stick my hand down my pants and I unzip. And I stick my thumb through my zipper. And I go, hey, Dad, I found it. And he's like, what? I go, I got it right here, man. I got it.
And I'm standing there fucking stunned. Stunned. My eyes are like I can't speak. I'm frozen. I look over at Adam out of my periphery, and he's frozen. We're both frozen.
Yeah. So Dad comes out, and I give my thumb a wiggle, and I go, ah. And Dad looks at me, looks at my thumb dick, and goes, you cocksucking faggot bitch, I just put my fucking tools away, you asshole. And turns around and walks back into the fucking tool shed.
And my knees give out.
Like...
I spilled my coffee.
Well, like, the thing is like, Dad is such an oppressive force, or at least he was growing up.
Yes.
So I feel like I had a lot of friends ask me, like, was your dad in the military or something like that? Just because of how like his mannerism. Yeah, disciplined. And
he's very disciplined.
When you can knock him off his game, or when you can knock him off, like, rock him back on his heels like that, he comes out fucking swinging.
Yeah.
He doesn't know. So that, you cocksucking faggot bitch, I just put my fucking tools away, you asshole, was that fast. He said it in a millisecond. A breath.
A breath. He said all of those words in one breath.
That was the first thing that came to his head about his only son.
Wiggling a thumb dick at him.
Because he was gay enough to look at my thumb dick.
And that's what you kept yelling.
Yeah, I'm like, you fag, you looked at my thumb dick, you fucking liked it, didn't you? Man, he was not happy with me.
I was doubled over, wheezing.
I think it went over so well, Dad had to just take the loss.
Yeah, for sure.
He just had, because, like, he came out right away, and he's grinning ear to ear, and he's like, you motherfucker.
I know, he definitely
he knew it.
Yeah, he knew it. Because I think actually he came out like annoyed.
Yeah.
And I was like, he got you! He got you so good! And then he was like, alright, he didn't get me. He didn't get me. See, that's why I have to kind of referee between you two, because things can escalate if I don't like drop it down to a joking level.
Right.
Because sometimes you two both get like so like
yeah, for sure.
That I have to be like, okay, so those sheep are super dirty.
Yeah, but it just goes back to the point that he just naturally wants to look.
Would you stop it? He's such a dick.
It's not me.
It was so fun.
I got him twice that day.
With the thumb dick?
No, not with the thumb dick. I fucking goosed him.
Oh, I don't want to talk about that.
Really?
Hold on.
We have to.
Oh my god. All right, so then...
Okay. Let's just keep going with the day.
Well, what happens? I go shower.
Yeah, you go shower.
I get ready.
Wash up.
And then you guys start having breakfast. Because he's like, oh, are you going to make eggs or something? I was like, no, I'm not eating
You
anything.
can go fuck yourself.
Right, I'm not going to be fucking feeding all you animals. Because Dad always complains when anything to make him anything. So, he went and made breakfast. And I was like, so you eating breakfast?
Hello.
Hi. I don't think I'm gonna eat breakfast.
Yeah.
After I showered, right? Isn't that how it went down? And then, or did we do? Was the porch thing? No, that was after. That was after we came back because Angie was there.
Yeah. Yeah. We ate breakfast at the table in the house.
Oh, okay.
That was one of those days. And then we were kind of all like, all right, well, what are we gonna do?
We watched YMH.
Yeah, that's
We watched
right.
YMH.
We watched like probably 20 minutes of clips from YMH and showed it to our dad, and they didn't go over well.
I mean, I had fun though.
I had fun. I had a good time.
Yeah.
It's YMH.
He watched Fed Smoker pull his tooth out.
Fed Smoker pull his tooth out, and he was nonplussed.
He wasn't repulsed at all.
Mm-hmm. That was okay with him. And then, but the gay stuff. Obviously, the Robert Paul Champagne was not a winner for him.
No, and then we tried to show him the car squish scene, but I think he was too over it after RPC.
Yeah.
So I feel like we need to like do that one again.
Nah, I don't know. I think that one will hit a little close to home.
Oh, that's
yeah, because he's a mechanic.
What was
car squish one? That one of that dude walking off the fucking double-decker car hauler.
Oh.
Where he breaks his leg. Oh!
Yeah.
That one he'll like that.
He'll like that one. So we did that, and then Dad was like, are we gonna get going?
Yeah.
Let's just get going.
So then we decided to go to the music store to pick up this mixer, right?
Right.
Okay, so we decided that we were gonna go do that. But in the meantime, you and I are like, we're gonna go 100%.
It was a meatball day.
We're gonna fucking party our balls off. So we started hitting it. Hard. And
that's what we did all day.
At 10 a.m.?
No, it was like 11:30. Because it was before lunchtime, but we wanted to get lunch.
Right. Okay.
And we were thinking like, okay, well, because we had breakfast so late that we figured we could have lunch by the time we got to the art district.
Right. You're right. Right. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
So we went to the music store. Grab the mixer.
Yeah, and we're feeling okay.
Yeah, I'm feeling light.
Yeah,
feeling loose.
Feeling good. And then...
Oh, wait. On the way to the music store, we had to switch seats. Remember?
No.
I was in the back with Adam.
Oh, right.
And I got car sick almost immediately. Like, we hadn't even made it out to, like, the Winfield. Yeah, nothing.
Right.
So, we had to switch seats. So, it was Dad driving, me passenger. You were behind me, and then Adam.
No, I was behind Dad.
Oh, you were behind Dad?
Yeah.
Adam was behind me? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Adam was behind me.
Yeah. So then we go out to the music store. You and Adam run in. Me and Dad chill. Just fucking shoot the shit. Whatever. Feeling pretty good. Feeling okay. It took forever for you guys to come out because nobody has any fucking hustle down there.
Zero hustle.
Zero hustle. So we start going, and we're fucking just.
And we're going to the art district, right?
No, we're headed down the highway, and I'm like, "What's the plan?
Right.
Where are we going?" Because we're like, we might go back to Gatlinburg because we had a good day there. You know, good time when we went there.
The day before.
The day before, super good shit to see down there.
But Dad hates the traffic, so it's like, ugh.
Well, where's good traffic? Well, if we do that, then blah blah blah. I'm like, let's get a fucking plan. So he winds up going a bunch of back roads out to the art district, which is like, what, 45 minutes away?
Yeah.
Okay, so like 10, 20 minutes in, Dad starts in on this tirade of everybody. Every race, creed.
Oh, the racial.
Everything, though. He went...
Oh, yeah. It started with his neighbor that he calls the mayor.
Yeah.
Who has, like, basically is running, like, a compound out of his property.
Yeah. Like, has brick walls and shit like that.
Right, and there's, like, a bunch of people living there, and there's animals and, like, all... So he calls him the mayor, because, like, he's the mayor of his own town. Yeah. I guess that's the joke. And then it sort of spiraled from there.
Yeah.
Because he's like, you know, people in the South, this and that. And I'm like, well, not all people from the South. I'm like, you know, there's some nice people.
And then part of it is he's trying to get a rise out of people. Like, that's part of his thing. Because he's telling me at work that he is talking to the redneck. Like, this is how he refers to it. He says, I'm talking to the rednecks down there, and I'm getting all riled up because I'm saying that, Obama started this whole thing with trying to take your guns away, and now you're going to let the northern blacks come down here, and you're just going to hand over your guns to them, and just to get them riled. Yeah, that's the kind of shit that he is saying, just to get a reaction out of them.
He's so bored.
He's so bored.
Ugh. So he went on that for a little while, and it was pretty quiet. But to everyone's chagrin, that is when I decided to unveil my surprise.
Oh, right.
Which was the kazoo.
Right.
So I pulled the kazoo out and just changed the energy. It was the best.
Yeah, it was okay. You were really stoked about that, I guess. Hold on.
She's just gonna keep barking. Come here, baby. Come on. You wanna stay there? Come on.
Okay.
Hi. Here, you can sit on my feet. Right here.
Yeah, so
Sorry.
You got the kazoo.
I got the kazoo, and was trying to find things to kazoo it at.
Right.
Kazoo.
And I mean, it's a scenic drive the whole way down, but it's so twisty and turny and Dad is so comfortable doing it that he's doing it at the speed limit, which I would be doing at least 10 under.
Same.
I'm just not used to that shit. And it's sheer drop off either side, fucking 90-degree hairpin turns, or hairpin is 180, but whatever. Fucking, switchback after switchback, and he's doing it at 35, 45 miles an hour, no problem.
In a truck.
Weighted down with all of us. So, if I wasn't already partying pretty fucking good, I think that might have been a problem.
Well, that's why I always have to sit in the front.
Yeah.
What's the matter?
I don't know, it looked like there might have been a problem with this recording. I think it's okay.
Do you want to stop it and make a second one?
No, I think we're good.
Okay.
It's right around 48 to 49 minutes.
Fun.
Yeah.
She doesn't like the texture of the autumn.
Oh.
Here you go, baby. You can sleep on mommy's sweater. There it goes.
If you want to destroy my sweater. Yeah, so we're doing all that, and halfway there, I lose my mind. Like, Dad is just like, okay, we're twisting and turning down these fucking mountain roads.
Fast.
We're seeing all this cool shit that is on the way, and we're making like mini pit stops like we did when we seen the fucking idiot family.
Yep.
Because they were at Buffalo or something?
Yeah, it was like, we were going to see the buffaloes on the way to the art museum.
Right.
Or art district.
Yeah, art district. So, yeah, like we pulled off there, didn't see buffaloes, did see idiots.
Right, mouth breathers.
So, we continue on our way, and I forget what the fuck we're doing, where the fuck we're going. I don't know nothing.
You're
at this point.
Cracking up laughing in the back.
I'm dying laughing.
Right.
I'm crying the entire time. Having the best time.
Yeah.
So we get there.
And theirs being a place where we can like eat, sit down, shop, look at stuff.
And it's beautiful buildings and like new buildings in the Smoky Mountains in a valley between these beautiful tree-covered mountains.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a little village, like a bohemian art village. Brightly colored buildings, from what I remember. I mean, who the fuck knows?
I think they
might have
were
been
like
beige.
a blue-gray
right.
with white trim.
Okay. But I remember, like, you walk in, and there's, like, shops on the first floor, and you walk into, like, the central pathway, or whatever, and that's where the shop fronts
It's like a promenade or whatever in the middle of it. It's like a
And
a ring of buildings.
Right, and townhouses are above, so people are living there. And, you know, we go in, order our food, come sit down, and I'm glued to that chair. Because I'm like, I can't move from this spot. And the whole time I'm looking down this, like, the brick path, and I'm seeing these people, I'm just imagining that I'm in, like, fucking, what is that, Venice, Italy?
Oh,
Or whatever, like, with the gondolas and shit. Yeah, that's what I was envisioning while I was there, just because there's, like, shops on either side, and there's all these, you know, like, people sitting down and eating fancy foods. To me, they were fancy foods.
I thought it was pretty fancy.
It was pretty fucking fancy. It was cool.
It was really good. I hunched over like Gollum and stuffed it in my mouth.
Right.
I was so hungry.
I got the best steak sandwich. And I only ate like half of it. I could only stomach about half of it.
Yeah.
But it was great. I mean, and then like I feel like the whole time that we were there, we were still having a good time. We were laughing and we were being loud, and like we were trying to be a little bit subdued.
Yeah.
You know, in these, you know, because people live there. You know, you're not supposed to get fucking tanked and show up there and cause a fucking ruckus or anything like that. Right.
What are you gonna do, drag me out?
What are you gonna do, call
and there was like well, I think it was like kind of like ruckusy when we first got there, but then there was like some sort of accident or something. So remember all those ambulances and, you know, fire trucks and everything were going by, so everybody was kind of like, ooh, I wonder what happened. Right. And we were just like, I don't care.
Give a fuck.
I don't know anybody else here, so.
Don't give up. Fuck.
Right. So, and then it kind of got quiet, but we were still loud. And then that lady lifted her mask
She comes out of a fucking store, and like she's like like coming out of this store. So we all turn around and look, and she's like 25 feet away from us. She's like, you know, at a distance, but we heard her like she was right next to us, and then pulls her fucking face mask off, up, and then coughs under it. And
I yell. Well, I just say, but like in my normal speaking voice.
Everybody was looking at her. It was totally dead silent.
And I was like, did she just lift her mask up and cough underneath it?
And then she like looks over and then walks back inside the store.
She looks over and I lock eyes with her. Like, yup, that was me who said that. What an animal.
Fucking mouth breathers.
I mean, what would possess a person to do such a thing?
She doesn't think because she's a mouth breather. It's not about you or I.
Fucking bums me out.
Yeah, it's not good.
Fucking bummed. So then we leave, right?
Yeah. And we go down and we see the fucking... And I scare the bird. No, that was way earlier.
No, I scared the bird on the way back.
But I'm not, we're not there yet.
Oh, sorry.
What I'm getting at.
The rest of this part's kind of a little hazy for me.
Yeah. That's when you started to...
Have a really fun time.
Lose your mind a little bit, too. We're going down the road, and, you know, we're having a fucking good time. You know, Dad's still in a good mood, and he's fucking, you know, he's chatting us up and shit like that.
Yeah.
And we go down and we see what the commotion was all about. Well, we've seen all of the fucking ambulances and cops and everything like that.
I have no recollection of this.
At all? No?
At all.
You were still using the kazoo quite frequently. You were all about that kazoo, and everyone's just like, oh, okay. Like, kind of ignoring you. But you were doing your thing. You were enjoying yourself.
Okay, good. What happened?
You don't remember Dad braking abruptly and the car braked for him?
No.
Because we're coming around the mountain, and Dad stopped, so the fucking car goes, and the orange caution light comes up with the camera, and he fucking jams it on, because down, like, you could see like a connecting road, there was like every cop in this state, and firefighters and ambulances and everything like that. And they were wheeling out some lady they were wheeling out some lady, and she's all, oh, y'all, you didn't have to do all this, you know, like that kind of shit. And it's like, really, bitch? Because like 2 minutes ago you said we did have to do all this, which is why the entire goddamn town is here. They had to like cut a fucking wall open to get this big bitch out. I'm just kidding. None of that happened. But there was quite a commotion down at the end of this hill. I don't know why, but we had already gotten past it. So.
Oh, okay.
You don't remember any of that?
No.
Okay. Well, yeah, we're just going back, and we're kind of just driving around at this point. And Dad's like, well, where do you want to go next? Blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
And
we
it's
went to
like
the
2
old
o'clock.
bridge, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we went to the old
I
bridge.
remember that.
Drove across that. Jerick was exclusively using the kazoo out the window. And then she's like, what can we use? And, like, we're seeing these turkey vultures, like, quite frequently.
Like, just over by that bridge, right?
Yeah,
Like, we're
yeah,
on the
in
way,
this
like,
area.
yeah, in that area. They're, like, big turkey vultures.
There's probably something dead.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cattle farms over there, so there's probably a cow. And then Jerick's got this fucking kazoo, and we come around this corner,
And I had stopped because you guys were getting very annoyed with me. So I had taken, like, a 10-minute break.
You were like, don't you guys love it? And we're like, no.
No one loves it but you.
And you're like, oh, I thought everyone was equally having a great time. Not the case.
Right. Which, I mean, I'm conscious enough to ask, I suppose.
Yeah. Over, after 25 minutes. It's fine.
I mean, somebody could have said something. Obviously, I wasn't picking up on subtlety at the moment.
Dude, you fucked your microphone thing up already.
What?
You fucked it up already.
What do you mean?
This springy thing is not connected right there.
I didn't even touch it.
Fucking stupid bitch.
This one?
No. Right there. It's bothering me. I have to fix it.
Okay. Oh, it's gotta go under there. I didn't do that.
Yeah, whatever, bitch. Okay, so
Unconfirmed.
So Jericho, like, fucking, we're twisty-turvy. It's all fucking residential in there, and there was a house somewhat close to the road, and there's a big fucking turkey vulture sitting on the apex of this roof.
It was the biggest turkey vulture we've ever, and everyone was like, wow, that's a big turkey vulture, and I was like,
turkey this is my time to shine. Here we go, Jericho. We've been practicing for this.
And I fucking lined it up, and Dad, like, coasts.
Yeah, he set you up for it.
It was just like the sound of tires, like no engine noise, just the sound of tires. And I'm like, and it like ducked like someone was shooting at it.
It's like, oh fuck, ducked and then fucking took off.
Right, and I was a little afraid. Like I felt fear after he took off, because I was like, what if he knows it was me?
He's gonna come follow us.
Or and I rolled the window up right away because I thought he was gonna fly into the car and get me. That's what my irrational fear was afterwards.
Oh my god!
But after that, I was done with the kazoo.
Yeah, well, that was its purpose. That's why you spent that $2.
Yeah, because the image of that turkey vulture ducking scared of me.
Yeah. Take it to your grave.
Yeah, I mean it's just in my brain. So
that's what I live for. That's what I live for. That's the shit I do like.
I do like that shit.
So after that, Dad was like, "All right, well, what are we gonna do? We have our laugh." And I was like, "Let's just fucking go home."
Yeah, because he was like, "Do you guys want to go to Gatlinburg?" I was like, "Well, when's Angie getting off work?"
Right.
And he's like, "Oh, she'll be home in probably about a half hour." I'm like, "Well, then let's go home."
Right. I was like, "Let's just go home."
So we can hang out with Angie.
We got those pellet guns. Dad got me and Adam these.
My God, that was the same day.
These pistol single cock pellet guns.
Right.
That the night before, we were drinking and shooting our cans. We were killing cans all night long with these fucking things. Me, Dad, and Adam.
The dogs loved it.
So much fucking fun. So much fucking fun shooting those cans. So I was like, let's fucking go back. Let's just go chill. Let's fucking hit it again. Let's fucking keep this party rolling.
And I was like, White Claws!
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
let's fucking keep doing this. So we go home. Angie's there already. I think we thought we were going to beat her there.
I think we did too, because I was trying to, because the dogs were, in there and locked up or whatever, and they don't know her that well yet.
Right.
So I guess, Obi kind of had a freak out. It was, a whole thing. So, when we get home, I have to, okay, let's right now.
Right.
And, take care of the dogs, and, we got dinner going, whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And, usually I would take a nap.
Yeah.
At this point. But I was like, I'm going to rally.
Yeah, that was the 100% day.
Yeah.
That was, we're not taking, like, this isn't our, this is the vacation day where we don't relax. We fucking go full bore all day long.
Right. Pedal to the metal.
We have a good fucking day.
Yeah.
So I was like, we're shooting. We're going back. We're gonna keep killing.
And I at this point was like incoherent a little bit after I had like taken care of the dogs. It would like, I exerted so much energy that I was like, I'm ready to like drink and chill.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I sit in the rocker and I'm just drinking and chilling, and you guys are doing all the shooting.
Yeah, we're shooting these.
It's mostly you and Dad. Adam
was a little bit that day.
Yeah.
I mean, like he was going for, because Adam the night before we were shooting beer cans, and then we put a little Jack Daniel's shooter on top of it, like one of those little bottles, the little plastic ones.
like the airplane bottle.
Yeah.
Okay.
We put one of those on top of the cans, and we were taking turns trying to hit the cap off of it. And Adam was the first person to hit the cap off.
Oh, so he was like, well, this is why I shot.
That was his,
right.
like,
it's like me and the bird in the kazoo.
Yeah, well, that was like his, like, we were all like, whoa, shit, because he went out there and he fucking, like, Dad even looked, he's like, man, he's taking it all serious and shit. And Adam's like, fuck yeah, this is my opportunity to fucking shine, show you that I can fucking shoot. You know, like, that's kind of how I thought that he was acting.
And he's like handgun trained and stuff like that.
Right,
so he was more familiar with how to shoot that gun right off the bat versus somebody who had to like get used to it. Right?
Yeah.
Because Dad doesn't really shoot handguns.
No, that's not, I can't even say that that's true. Adam knew more about that gun than what me and Dad were expecting, just because we know that Adam's not a hunter. So
well, you're not a hunter.
I grew up a hunter.
Gross.
So I just feel like
I only eat them, I don't kill them.
Yeah, okay. I just feel like me and Dad did not know that he was trained at all. We
it was like a surprise.
So when he came out, and he was like really nonchalant about it. We thought at first he wasn't into it, and then when he actually knew a shooter's stance and was taking it seriously and was placing shots, we were like, okay, this guy knows what he's doing. And then he went as far as to shoot this little cap off this thing first.
Yeah.
And we were like, all right, this guy's, he earned respect.
Right.
He earned respect, So the next day, like, that's the first day. The next day, we're not taking it as seriously. We're just kind of fucking planking around, just whatever, having a good time. I honestly think it was mostly me.
Yeah, I think you were shooting the most. Dad shot a couple times. Adam maybe once.
Yeah.
But other than that, he was like, he was done. He was sick of my bullshit, I think.
Yeah.
A little bit. So he kind of like sat on the other side of the porch and just chilled and was like on his phone hanging out.
Well, there was a couple of times where we were like in competition mode a little bit, where like I wasn't getting a can. He was like, well, let me show you how it's done. And then we would go back and forth and try to do it, So it was a time that was going on. Adam was trying to hit the bottle again. And two birds fly up and land on the wire about 25, 30 feet away from us. So Dad's like, oh shit.
Because there's a power line that goes from the road by Dad's house,
up
like behind
house.
His house,
yeah.
Kind of. Like there's a pole behind his house.
So it's in our line
up the
of
driveway.
fire. Yeah, it's in our line of fire. So Dad starts plinking away, pegs one, it hits the ground and starts hopping around. It was just wounded. So
I was very displeased by this.
Upset about it.
I was very upset about it.
So we're fucked up. I'm fucked up. That's what I could say. I'm fucked up. I'm out of my mind inebriated at this point and having a wonderful time. So I look at Adam and he's not having a wonderful time.
He's not.
Jerica and Adam. Jerica was vocally not having a good time.
I was very upset.
Adam was visually not having a good time. So Jerica's like, put it out of its misery. Kill it. Kill it.
It's an excellent impression.
And we stopped saying it after a while and we're like, all right, it's dead because it stopped hopping around. So we go back to shooting cans. Well, two more birds land on that wire.
Like they were asking for
it.
They
were.
Shouldn't have been wearing those clothes.
Shouldn't have been standing there. So So Dad starts pegging away, or no, I'm sorry, I start pegging away at him, and
Because you're like, I'm gonna get one.
I'm gonna get one of those fucking birds.
Then my dad will love me.
That'll earn my respect.
Because
So
Adam got the fucking cat.
right,
and
Adam
now
got the cat first. I gotta kill something and show it to my daddy. So I'm fucking pegging away. I'm trying to do it just free-handed, and I couldn't do it. I shot probably 3 times, and I wasn't. I mean, I was
like,
I was coming close, but not getting it.
Good.
So then I brace up against the door frame and fucking nail this bird.
I mean, it was like thunk,
Thunk, and then poof, hits the ground.
and feathers fly up. It was.
Even Adam was like, it was kind of funny. Like, just watching this dead as fuck bird just like thunk on the ground. Like, it was
Lights out.
end. That was the end.
Yeah.
And we're like, I'm cracking up. I look over at Dad. He's cracking up. We fist bump. And I turn around to Jerica, and she is not having a good time.
I am not having a good time. I am so upset because, first off, I don't like killing things. Okay? I just don't like it.
Yeah.
Secondly, I don't like that you guys had so much joy from it.
Yeah.
It was a little unnerving,
Yeah.
quite frankly.
Yeah.
And I also don't like that my husband now just watched my brother and dad murder another creature
Right.
right in front of him.
Right.
He's not been in our lives a long time.
Right.
That's kind of,
Right.
I'm like, I'm gonna need fucking marriage counseling after this weekend.
Yeah.
Like, I get messed up all day long, and then I come home, and he's just like, all right, you know,
Like,
kind of
we're
roll
gonna
with
be
it.
chill, and
We'll
then
be
he
cool.
watches 2
Murders.
precious two murders.
2 murders.
2 murders right in front of his eyes.
Right, and he was like, worked for the Humane Society and
Right.
like had a lot of bird calls, and he's like helped injured birds, and then you guys just murdered him. And then
Okay, so then
this is the worst
No,
part.
I gotta get there. So another bird that other bird is still on that line because there were 2. And then a third one rolls up.
Like, what's going on,
And
guys?
he's like, hey, where'd fucking Jerry go? And he's like, I don't know. I was just talking to him. And fucking Mike's down too. I don't know where the fuck that guy hear him. I don't see him. These 2 fucking birds. So I'm like, well, I have to kill one more. So I brace again, and I shoot, and I skim it across this cocksucker's back. And I see these feathers come up, and he fucking took off. He's like, oh, shit! And then the fucking other dude on the wire is like, oh, shit, something's happening. Something's popping.
It's popping off.
I got to go.
Yeah,
So he fucking takes off, too.
right.
And then we start seeing the fucking bird that Dad wounded hopping around again on the ground.
And I was hysterical.
So me and Dad are like, fuck yeah, live target, let's get this motherfucker. So we're pegging away at it from the porch. And Jerick is like, kill it, kill it. And I turn around and look at him, and Adam is white face, just sheet.
Yeah.
Jerica's visibly upset, but like to the point where she's like upset and laughing because she knows that me and Dad are just fucking animals.
And you're not going to listen to
And we're not
anything
going to
I
listen to
say.
anything. So I turn around and look at Jericho and I said, you know what, dude, I know it's fucked up, but I kind of understand how American soldiers did fucked up shit in the Pacific War because killing the enemy is so much fucking fun.
And I said, that bird never did anything to you.
So, but it's a bird.
That
Fuck
bird.
that bird. Aerial trespass. So we can't get this fucking bird. Jerick's like, kill it, kill it, kill it. It's fucking hobbling away, gets into a brush pile.
And Dad's like, oh, it's going into my brush pile. It's going to get my bunny.
Go to get my bunny. So, because that bunny's off limits. We won't kill a bunny. We'll kill birds all day long, but those bunnies ain't done nothing.
Right, and Dad likes the bunnies.
Dad likes a bunny. He's fucked up that hawk that one time. It swooped down, try to get him.
Yeah. And the bunny
Fucking
kicked the
punches him,
hawk.
kicking him.
Dad was like, oh,
Shit! Fucking got that hawk. I've never seen nothing like that.
He was so impressed.
Yeah, it was really cool.
The bunny earned its keep. He
Yeah.
respects that bunny.
Right? Yeah, he respects that bunny. That bunny's got props now. So
Street cred.
it goes into the brush pile, and Dad walks over there and kind of like stomps around in the brush pile to try to get it to jump, and then he sees it, levels his handgun on it, kills it, dispatches the animal, and walks back up. Got it.
And he leaves it there.
Yeah.
I have 2 dogs with me.
All right.
He leaves the dead bird there, which I don't want my there's 2 dead birds now in the yard.
Yeah.
And I start bitching about it immediately. I'm like, Dad, pick up the dead birds. We have the dogs here. And he's like, well, just don't let him in. Don't let him in. Your dumb dog won't find it anyway. Your dumb dog. I'm like, yes, it will. He will find a dead bird. I promise you. He's like, no, I bet you $100 it won't. I'm like, I'm not betting you $100. My dog's going to find it, though. He's like, well, let him out. Let him out. And Adam was like, I'll go walk with him. Because Adam's done with everyone at this point. He's like, whatever I need to do to put distance between me and you, we're doing that.
Yeah.
So because the yard is fairly large in the front.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. It's mostly front yard.
Yeah, it's mostly front because the mountain's behind it.
Yeah.
Kind of. Like the little peak or whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
So he walks over there and Dad's like, you can point at it and I don't care, you can walk right by it. And I was like, all right, Adam, walk down the driveway. Just walk down the driveway because it was like midway down the yard. And then what does the dog do? Catches the scent immediately and runs over to the bird and is gonna fucking eat it.
That is not fucking true.
Yes, it did. It caught the scent the first time.
No.
Yes.
No, it didn't fucking come over there until Adam walked right. Dad said, walk right up to it. He walked down the driveway. Opie's running back and forth across the lawn. Maybe had stopped for a second and was like, what's that? And then just kept going. But didn't actually engage. He didn't flip it until Adam was standing over it.
No, Adam was standing over by the brush pile.
That's
and he
where
found the first bird. No, he found your bird.
It was right there though. It was by the brush pile because the other one was in the brush pile.
Oh.
Yeah. So either way, you guys are arguing whether or not.
See, this argument still continues.
Right. So you're arguing whether or not did Opie find the bird or did Adam find the bird and then Opie
noticed it.
So you're going back and forth on that.
And then Angie goes inside.
But you have you have the opposite point of view. You thought Dad was right. Dad thought you were right.
Right.
And I was like, instead of arguing over who owes who $100, why don't both of you give me $50 and call it a day?
And I was like, no.
I thought it was a good idea.
So then Angie goes inside to make dinner.
Yeah.
And Dad goes inside to see where because she was in there for a little while and we're kind of like doing this whole thing, whatever.
Yeah.
And then
that's when me and Adam take off and go to the damn store.
No, you guys were talking about going to the damn store.
Okay.
You guys were talking about going to the damn store. And Dad goes in to see what's taking her so long and to put on like a shirt or long sleeve shirt, something. He wanted to go inside for something. So he goes inside and you're standing by the door. Adam's sitting down and you're standing by the door.
Okay. That's not when I goosed him.
Yes, it is.
No, it is not. He was carrying his food plate.
So she had made dinner. He went to go grab a plate.
No, we had already gone to the damn store and come back.
No, because you guys left and I was in the shower.
So did you shower after dinner?
I didn't eat till after that.
I don't know, because I know Dad was carrying his plate
because
of food.
She didn't announce that dinner was ready. She wasn't like, hey, dinner's ready if you guys want to make a plate. It was like, it was on the counter, go get it. And Dad went and got a plate and he was the only one that had a plate.
Oh, okay.
Remember? Because then when you guys came back from the point or whatever, you were hungry because you didn't eat.
No, I don't remember.
So anyway. Dad comes out with a plate and you goose him.
Yeah, but okay, so I'm standing in the screened-in porch that Dad has. There is a bar table, a taller table, and I was over there. I was originally standing by the door, and then I seen him walk in, and then I went over to my regular spot, which is one chair at that table. Dad normally sits on the opposite chair.
Across.
Yeah, across that table. So I knew that's where he was going. So I kind of beat him, cut him at the pass and got to my chair. And by the time he was walking past me, I fucking stick my finger up his ass and goose him. And it happened to be right at the same time.
The exact moment I decide I have got to get up to go pee or I'm going to pee my pants.
And you're taking a drink.
And I'm taking a drink. I took the last drink of my White Claw as I'm like, oh, I have got to go pee. Slam the rest of this as I'm standing up to go pee because I'm ready to burst.
So I goose Dad
I'm
he
mid-standing.
goes, ooh,
Like,
something like that. Like, what the fuck? And it's like a culmination. Like, that was like a culmination of everything that I had done to Dad that day to just fuck with him. And Jerica fucking, like, I was laughing, Dad was laughing. Jerica starts losing her ever-loving mind, and Adam comes in, and he is just, like, looking like, what the fuck?
I spit. It was water. You're right. I slammed the White Claw, and then I took a swig of water because I was like, oh, that White Claw's in my mouth.
Mm.
And I had a whole mouthful of water, and I spit the water up, and I, like, leaned forward because I'm already have this, like, momentum because I'm standing up from the chair.
Yeah.
So I, like, lean forward to spit this water up because I'm
I
laughing.
I look over and see her laughing, and I'm like, okay, I left that room in shambles. I'm going to walk inside and make my plate of food.
Right.
So I don't know what's happening out on the porch.
Right. So what's happening? You and Angie are in the house.
Yeah.
You're making your food. She's, whatever. Dad is laughing and yells, she's going to throw up, which had not crossed my mind until he said it. And then I throw up.
Yeah,
because
and
he talked
Adam's
about
like, no, she's not.
No, she's not.
It
and I was
hasn't
like,
crossed her mind.
Right. She didn't think about it. Well,
Right.
now I've thought about it. So I just start throwing up, and the force of throwing up causes me to also pee my pants.
So
And thankfully I'm barefoot, so I just pee my yoga pants.
So I made my food.
And Adam was like, are you okay? Because I'm gasping for air. And Adam's standing there, and he's like, are you all right? I'm like, yeah, can I just have, like, a towel
okay.
so I can, like, get cleaned up a little bit? And he's like, yeah. So I'm standing there with vomit all over me and pee pants. And you walk up.
Well, okay, so I got my food, and Adam walks in, and he's just like, ugh. Just like has his face like this is it. This happens all the time.
It does.
Type thing. And I was like, what? And he goes, she peed her pants and threw up. And I was like, what?
And he says this walking by.
She needs a towel. And I'm like, okay. I go outside and I look over.
You poked your head out.
And I'm like, there's clearly a gigantic wet spot on the ground where Jerica is standing. And Dad and Jerica are still cracking up laughing.
We're laughing so hard.
And I'm like, okay, I'm going back inside, not dealing with that.
But Dad is also eating his sandwich.
Right, didn't miss a beat. He's like,
did
yeah,
not.
whatever. I've been watching you throw up and pee yourself since you were a baby.
Right. For like 32 years, I've watched this. I'm good. So Adam hands me a towel, and I, like, kind of clean up a little bit. And then you guys are like, okay, well, we're going to the store.
Yeah, have fun fucking bathing yourself. No, okay, so then I'm still inside. You come inside, and you're like, you have the look and like energy about you like you just got off of a roller coaster.
Yeah.
That's what it was like.
Yeah, like
and
I had like,
let's take a picture, and I'm like, what?
I was like, I don't know even know how to describe the feeling that I had afterwards. Like I felt so like cleansed after laughing so
just
hard.
Totally empty. I don't know what it was.
But seriously, because I laughed so hard.
And you pissed and vomited.
Okay, well that part was so not cool. But sometimes when you move a lot of energy, stuff like that happens.
Yeah, I guess.
So Adam's like cleaning up my vomit, which just entailed like pouring water to like get it to go off the porch.
Right.
And then it was so hot outside, it like dried immediately.
Yeah, and it was fine. It didn't smell or anything in there. And to be honest with you, like, and mind you, Dad's new girlfriend is there for this entire thing.
Right, but she's inside. So she walks out as I'm like grabbing the towel and like stepping out of my pee puddle and onto the towel to wipe my feet off so I don't track pee through the house. And I like look up and I put my hand up like, oh my God, you don't want to see this. So she turns around and goes back inside.
Yeah.
So I go inside, I grab a change of clothes, you're there in the hallway.
Yeah.
We have this odd exchange. You're like, you also peed your pants, I hear.
Like, why don't you go bathe?
And I was like, I'm on my way,
Yeah,
you're in my path.
And
I'm going.
and you're like, well, let's take a picture. And I'm like,
no.
This is an awkward time to do that.
And I'm like, I know I should feel embarrassed, but I just don't. Like, I just feel like
that's the other thing about it. It's like, So Angie like takes off and goes inside after Jerica puts her hand up, and she was like, "Well, I thought that she just didn't want me around there." I was like, "That's not what it was. She was trying to save you."
But you didn't tell her this.
Well, no,
You guys left.
No. This was at the same time.
Oh.
And I was like, she was trying to save you from walking out there. Like, what the fuck is that? You know, like, I was like, no, that wasn't about you. And I didn't know what the fuck she was talking about, really. And I was like, that wasn't about you. She just didn't want you to walk through her piss puddle. You know, like, it's... That,
but no one said that. You were just like, oh, she just didn't want you to see that, is what you said.
Yes.
To see that. No one had told her.
And then I was like, that's totally normal for us. Like, I thought that she knew.
Yeah. Everyone thought that she knew, but she wasn't there.
Right. So I was like, that's not...
Which, of course, I put together after.
I was like, this isn't a regular occurrence, but it's not to be not expected for Jerica to piss herself and throw up.
But you didn't say that to her.
No, I didn't. I said this is not a regular occurrence, but it's also kind of not to be not expected.
Right. Things get crazy. Basically, is what you said.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
And then you and Adam go to the store. So I'm in the shower and I have my Monat products. So of course I like cleanse my hair because I have vomit in it.
Right.
And I use my conditioner and then I use a little bit of leave-in. You know, and I wash myself all the pee off me. Okay. Right. So then I get out, I get dressed, I do my hair with all my products, and as I'm like kind of wrapping up, like I put a little bit of makeup on and I go wrapping up. You guys aren't even back from the store yet. Dad comes in. He goes, Angie's out there crying.
Yeah.
And I'm like, over what? He's like, well, she doesn't think you guys like her. I mean, everybody left. I'm like, Dad, I peed my pants and threw up.
Right.
And he was like, oh, I didn't realize you peed your pants. Because Dad didn't realize it either, apparently, because I didn't like shout it. And I was wearing black pants.
Right.
So it wasn't like...
Adam knew right away. He was like, Jerica peed her pants and threw up.
Because I told him, I was laughing so hard, I was like, that like whisper. That whisper,
right.
like, through laughter.
High-pitched dog whistle volume that you have.
Right. And then Dad was laughing too, so he didn't hear me, obviously. So I told him, and he was like, okay, well, she just thinks you didn't like... I'm like, Dad, I peed my pants and threw up.
Right.
In front of a lot of people.
Right, like, let me handle this.
Right. So I was like, I kind of shrugged. He's like, well, you need to go out there and, like, see what's going on. I was like, Dad, I'm in the middle of getting ready.
Right.
And I'm the one who peed my pants and threw up. Like, I said it, like, 4 times. And he was just like, I was like, so go tell her. He's like, well, she doesn't know that. I'm like, well, go tell her. Well, I don't really want to tell her that. I'm like, what the?
This isn't my responsibility.
Like, why?
Go be my daddy.
Oh, my God. So then I'm, like, walking out to go out onto the porch.
To explain to this woman that you just met,
and she like
pissed her pants and threw up.
Right, but she meets me.
You weren't mad.
God, it was so bizarre.
It was a really weird.
It was so bizarre, but like I can understand. But again, looking back, I can see how she was confused because she wasn't there and no one said anything.
Well, especially because she wasn't with us the entire day and didn't realize how rapid fire everything was happening.
Exactly, she wasn't on the same pace.
No, yeah, we were on a rapid fire pace that day. So while that's all happening, me and Adam are going to the store and I'm driving. You know, at this point, I'm pretty sobered up. You know, I'm fine.
Right. Well, because you just slammed that sandwich.
I slammed the sandwich. Honestly, chips, from the time that I had gotten back home, I really wasn't doing anything.
Right.
You know, I was done. You know, I had my fun, and I was just going to level out and then go to bed. So I'm driving, and as we're going, and like right when I shot that bird, Adam like had the pistol in his hand. And then, like, set it down on the table and didn't verbally say it, but very visually said, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah.
So I was driving, and I'm like, hey, man, I didn't realize that it was going to bother you as much as what it did, or as much as what it appeared to bother you, me killing that bird. And he's like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm fine. And I'm like, all right, you know. It's okay, you know, if you're not fine. You know, I know it's not everybody's thing. And I was like, you know, it's just, that's always been me and my dad's thing. We've always killed shit. I've seen a lot of shit die.
A lot.
You know, that was our thing. We would go out and kill frogs and kill birds and kill squirrels and kill chipmunks. And I would poke their fucking eyes out before I had my own rifle with a stick after Dad killed them. Like, that was our fucking thing. So I was like, it's cool. It's not your thing. was like, it's fine. It's cool. It's fine. I think I might hunt one day. And I'm like, okay. That's fine. If you don't, whatever. Just, you do you. So we go to the damn store and then get back.
And it's only like 10 minutes away.
Yeah.
So I took like a speed lightning shower because I was out of the shower and out on the porch with, like, sitting out on the porch by the time you guys got back. And so you guys were only gone maybe 25, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And all of this stuff. Oh, wait. I almost forgot the best fucking part of my solo story. So I was there on the porch it was me, and I was pretty sober at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I, have wet hair because I just got out of the shower. Angie's sitting in the rocker next to me, and Dad's across back at that table.
Mm-hmm.
So, and there's only, how far across do you think that porch is? Maybe 10 feet? 8?
No, it's longer than that. It's probably 12 to 14 feet long by 6 to 8 feet wide.
That's what I'm saying, like the width. Probably like from my chair to Dad's chair.
Probably 6 feet.
6 feet. And then
maybe 8.
6 and then Andy's probably at least 6 feet away from me because he's got that big table in between, plus the rocking chairs kind of, sit you over. So we're kind of sitting there, and I'm like, we're making like small talk, like they're kind of making small talk, and I'm just sitting there like, I feel like maybe I should be embarrassed, but I don't feel embarrassed. What does that mean? Maybe I'm still fucked up. I'm not having a lot of feelings about this. It's kind of weird. And then Dad blows a snot rocket between us.
Yeah.
So, like, the ground is wet from my pee and vomit and being rinsed off. It was all rinsed off. And so it's all, like, the wood's all wet. And Dad, and if, he plugs one side of his nose and then, like, forcefully blows through it, and, like, snot sprays onto the ground. And I just go, ugh, like, shrug my shoulders.
You've been seeing it for 32 years.
Right. Like, it's just not, it's something gross that he does.
And Dad just does it.
And he always will.
On his own front porch.
On the ground that people walk across.
Right. In between two women that he cares about.
Right. And Dad's girlfriend's like, what? She's like, what was that? And he goes,
and starts gagging.
And she's like, and he's like,
what was that?
What was that? She's like, what was that? And he's like, what's the matter? You never seen a snot rocket before? She goes, a what?
Can't handle it. So we come home. That was like perfect fucking timing.
Laughing.
And by the way.
And I had found my kazoo.
Yeah, and Jerica had found her kazoo.
Because I thought maybe I'd have to bring the vibe back up.
Yeah, she thought that we had hid it from her, but she hid it from herself in the car. She
this whole Corinne thing.
She didn't want any evidence if that fucking turkey vulture flew in through the window. Like, it wasn't me. I don't even have a kazoo, man.
Right. I ditched the evidence, but I had it again. And you guys were like pulling up laughing.
Yeah, because
I was laughing at the snot rocket thing, and then you guys were laughing pulling up, and I was like,
because we were laughing because a song on the radio was using a kazoo. I can't remember what it was, but they were using a kazoo, and we were like, no fucking shit. So we roll up, we're laughing, and Adam gets out and goes, "Hey babe, they're playing a kazoo song on here," and you're like, "What?" And you're like, "We're playing," and then you go burr, 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 with your fucking kazoo,
right?
And you're like, "Come listen about this snot story."
Right.
It's really a banger.
So then I told the snot story, and Dad was pissed. So he walks over to the shed. That's when he falls, right?
Right. Yeah.
And
he's fucking around.
And you tell Angie, because this is the first time that, like, it's been kind of chill since Angie's been here, because you guys were shooting, killing things, whatever.
Right.
You tell her the story about the thumb dick.
Yeah. Right.
And Dad's walking back from the shed. He, like, slips on the mat and kind of, like, falls, apparently. Allegedly. No one saw it.
Yeah.
And he comes back on the porch while you're telling the thumb dick story. Which was really funny, because her reaction was everything.
Yeah, she was also, like, taken aback by it, I feel like a lot of people are.
She's like, "You did what?"
You did what? She's so...
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't. You did not. You did not.
And you're like, yeah.
I did. He looked at my thumb dick. Your boyfriend's gay. I hope you know that.
Because he likes
he looked right at it and without prompting. He likes the dick. So yeah, that was I don't think anything else really happened that night, did it? I mean, everybody else pretty much kind of fucking. That was the night Adam went to bed early. Dad and Angie went to bed early.
Yeah, we
And then-
just chilled on the front porch.
More about the snot rocket the next day. Dad was drunk when all that shit was happening.
Like real drunk. So then they. But didn't you guys go to the point after that? Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You guys went to the point. So then.
And then more shit happened at the fucking point.
Right. This
More
day
fucking
was
drama.
so
More
long.
fucking drama shit with Dad and Angie.
Right. So it had already started with the
Point.
snot rocket and
Right,
it
so,
riled
yeah,
everything.
and she was feeling like we were not including her in things because of the whole fucking Jerica pissing herself and not wanting her on the porch while she was covered in piss.
Because I'm just some sort of maniac.
So we drive up to this like viewpoint above the dam where my
Which
dad
is like
lives.
5 minutes.
Yeah, it's not. It's right at the bottom of the hill. And while we're going around, they're both drinking. Angie's driving.
Right. But
I'm
she's
in-
not really drinking.
No, she had like one over on, and it was open in the car.
Right. Like she opened it and took it with her. Like she hadn't been drinking.
Right. Which, whatever. So I'm like, we're not going far, fucking 25 miles an hour the entire way there, and then we're going onto a park road, which is also 25, whatever. So we go up to
And it was like twilight, right? Like,
right, yeah,
dusk.
that was the point. That was the reason I went there. I wanted to get good pictures of the sunset.
And you did get really good pictures.
So we're driving around, and Angie's driving, and what?
But the furnace?
No, it sounds like cars or something. Either way, we're driving around, and Angie's driving, and we get to the point, the top of this mountain, like the lookout, has two separated parking lots with this one drive up, and the one in the back isn't connected, like is nearer to pavilions and like picnic areas. And there's one dude parked there by himself, backed up into a spot. And the way that part of the parking lot's angled, you can't see shit. So I'm like, this is where people go to fucking jerk off. I was like, that guy's jerking off for sure. And Dad's like, oh yeah, I fucking see people get head up here all the fucking time, blah, blah, blah. Starts hitting on Angie, blah, blah, blah. Fucking being a gross guy.
Being an icky.
Right. So as he's doing that, Angie fucking flips a bitch, turns around, and starts going down to the other part of the parking area.
Why did she park up there to begin with?
She didn't park up there. I was like, I don't know, for whatever reason, I think they wanted to go up there to see if there were any deer on the other side.
Oh, yeah.
So then we come back, like that was just like their regular route, I think.
Okay.
So they come back around, go to the area where you can actually see shit, and there are these two probably teenage girls that had parked at the top, walked down, and then were walking back up the mountain and up to their car. And Dad is instantly saying shit like, hey, Tom, my boy, I'm going to get you some of those girls. Hey, yeah, bet you like some of that young snapper. All this fucking disgusting shit.
Like over the top, like he had been
Over the top,
all day.
All day. For all my life, he has
Right.
been this way.
Right.
So I'm not...
So it's just like,
I know, yeah, exactly. I'm not giving him anything to go on here, because if you give him any response, then any news is good news to
right.
him. So he's just going to use whatever you say and double down on what he's doing. But if you don't engage, he will eventually just run out of fuel.
He'll
So
tire himself right out.
I'm not engaging. I know this because I've been dealing with this my entire fucking life. Angie does not know this.
No.
So she thinks I'm shutting down.
Oh, no.
So we get, and Dad is like, go pull over those girls. I'm going to talk to them. So she does.
What?
She's driving.
And she pulls over. Does he talk to the girls?
She pulls in next to these girls. I'm like, don't fucking talk to them. They're having a good day, and you're going to say fucking something offensive. Just let them go. Like at this point, I actually talk. I'm like, just fucking don't. So then he looks over at Angie and sees a look on her face, and he doesn't. Like, they get into their car and they take off, and he goes, oh, those girls are lucky. And I start laughing. I'm like, they don't know how fucking lucky they are. Angie doesn't say shit. So I'm taking pictures out the car window for a second, and Dad looks over and goes something like, "Is something bothering you?" to Angie. And I'm like, "I'm out." I fucking slide out of the car and I sit down on the park bench and I'm taking pictures and shit. And I can hear them in there in the truck and going back and forth. "Angie, I'd never do that to you. I would never hit on another woman in front of you, baby. You're the only one that I want."
And Dad is drunk.
Drunk. And he's like, "That's not what it was about. I was just doing that for Tommy. I was just trying to get Tommy some tail." All this
So
kind of
it's
shit.
just escalating, right?
So then she's like, "Well, you don't need to be doing that to him. You're just trying to embarrass him. You upset him. He's trying to
making
have
it
a good
about
time."
you?
Yeah. "He's trying to have a good time on this trip, and you're making it all about you, and you're being..." So I'm like, whatever, what the fuck ever. She comes out of the truck, comes sits next to me, and starts trying that shit to me. And I'm like, that's not what this is, Angie. He's been doing this my whole fucking life. He's a dick about it. He's fucking very concerned every time I'm single and won't fucking let it just drop. And he was just being a drunk asshole. It didn't bother me. If it bothered me, I would have let you know. Or I would have let him know.
It looks like sulking, but I'm not sulking.
Right, no, I'm not engaging.
I literally just fucked off.
I'm not engaging.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. I fucked off. I'm not engaging.
Right.
And she's like, "Oh, okay, well, I just didn't want it to be like that. I just want you guys to have a good time and all this shit." And I'm like, "We are having a good time." I was like, "This has honestly probably been the best trip that we've all had."
And I said that to her right before that when she caught me when I get out of the shower or whatever, and she catches me like going back outside for like a private moment. She's like, "Oh, I was just coming to get you in the bedroom." And I was like, "Oh, what's the matter?" And she's like, "Well, I just got really emotional because I just want to make sure you guys are having a good time." And I'm like, "We're having the best time."
Right, because we're not caring about how you're feeling.
This is a blast.
Right. The only people we're caring about right now is us.
Right. So you are literally along for this ride.
Right. Enjoy. We're the fucking amusement. We come to your park.
Right.
And that's how we treat that place.
Right.
We tear that bitch up.
And then we pee.
Then we clean, and then we leave.
Right. Like we strip the beds. I mean, we do the whole thing.
Yeah.
And we usually leave food behind.
Yeah. It's good to give Dad some sort of a payment, because he won't go out and buy those sweets by himself.
No, he won't.
He won't. You have to do it for him, because then they'll go bad. I'm like, "Well, don't worry, man. We'll help you out with that."
Oh my God. He's such a freaking dork. Yeah, so I had told her that probably 20 minutes before you told her that.
Right. And then like it all just exacerbated. I feel like she was just so not having what I can kind of understand that though, because it's like Dad is not Dad when he's dating a woman.
Right.
He's the Tinder profile guy. I mean, he is putting on a front.
Well, he's just not letting loose. He has his guard up.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And I think that's true for most people that date.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I definitely leaned in hard to my weird. I mean, we've been married for 3 years, and I feel like this has been the weirdest year for me.
I think this is everybody's weirdest year, but honestly, I think that's why I have such trouble finding. I'm not the type of short-term relationship guy.
Yeah.
I'm just not, because
Dad's like that.
I'm not. Well, I think not now. I think he used to be. Well, no, what I'm saying is I'm not the short-term relationship guy because I'm not the type of person to fake something for a couple of months. My true intentions are there right from the beginning. And I feel like I read this statistic that said that most relationships break up within the first 3 months because that's as long as someone is psychologically built to fake something or to hide their true intentions. And after that amount of time, it kind of starts to bleed out and they can't really just keep rolling with those punches.
Yeah,
anymore.
But we have a different philosophy regarding dating because you have to have... they have to be your ideal mate from the jump. You have to look at them and know that they're ideal immediately.
Right.
Whereas I flexed and gave people a chance. Okay, initially they come off this way, or, okay, maybe they're a little short, or they're a little tall, or they're a little more overweight, or, they need to not wear camouflage clothing. outside of hunting or backwards caps, you know, like
And
that
cargo
kind of shit.
shorts, 12
Right,
months out of the year in
Right.
Michigan.
right. So that kind of stuff I sort of let go to get to know the person, which you don't do that.
Well, okay, but in that, you let go until they're your person, and then you change it about them.
I just smooth the edges. Just little sand.
Okay, that's fair. You don't change it about them,
No.
but you give them parameters
Well, I just
and
make helpful
sizes,
suggestions.
and it works out. But
Right.
for me, I just, especially with dating women and how fucking sensitive they are, and how
Scorpio.
and how sensitive I am.
Yes.
Well, that's really what it boils down to.
Yeah.
I don't like upsetting other people because it fucking really makes me upset.
Yeah, it does really bother you.
It really fucking bothers me when I make somebody upset.
Yes.
So if I'm going to go into a relationship and I don't like these things about this woman, I don't want to have to change that about you because I think that everybody's perfect the way they are. Well, okay, that's not true. I think that the way people are right now is perfect for somebody.
But I don't know if that's even true because I was insanely selfish, like to the nth degree, when Adam and I first got married or got together, really.
Mm.
But I, found a right medication mix and was doing really good.
Mm.
And I sort of evolved to being less selfish. I mean, of course, I'm always going to be myself, which is selfish bitch, but lesser degree.
Well, I think it's also easier to. Well, it's easy to do that when you're in love with somebody and you're happy in a relationship.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, if he wouldn't have given me the chance to be like, I can't date this girl because she's such a bitch and she's so selfish,
Yeah.
but he gave me a chance to sort of get used to him and evolve into that. Whereas I feel like you don't give women the chance to do that.
No, I mean, I don't think that that's necessarily fair. I just know that there are some things that I know, like, I will straight up ask if there's something that really bothers me, like, they're not having a minor surgery done that could change their child's life because they feel like the dad should pay for it.
Fuck that.
I'm not going to fuck with that person.
Yeah.
Or another thing that really bothers me about that one specific person that we're talking about, she will...
Can we call her Veronica?
Okay, Veronica. Victoria. I like Victoria. Victoria, she will she will act like she's telling Jerica something, when in reality she wants to announce a piece of information about herself to the room. Like, well, Jerica, I have been doing this for 7 years. Or I have been getting this done for quite a long time. I know what I'm talking about. But it's an announcement to the room and not to you.
To try to engage other people in the conversation?
About meaningless fucking stupid bullshit.
Okay, well, just because...
It's a flex that doesn't fucking... It bothers me.
It sounds like this person has zero chill.
I have zero chill when it comes to dating.
I know, but I feel like the person that you date needs to be pretty easygoing.
Yeah, for sure.
Like my Adam.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Because Adam is exceptionally easygoing. He's
that
very pensive.
Stressing me out, man.
That guy's fucking stressing me out, man. He's very pensive. But, like, he does get upset, don't get me wrong.
For sure.
He's very emotional still. But he's very, like, if it doesn't reach up to, like, an 8 on his, a 1 to 10 scale, then he's not even going to address it.
Yeah. That's fair.
And I toy with the line.
Yeah, well, you have to as the significant other. That's your contribution to it.
Right, for sure.
But yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. I mean,
I just feel like you should give love a chance. Just give bitches a chance, man. Fucking out here doing the best.
I have been hit on by quite a few girls lately.
Really?
I mean, not quite a few, 3, but that's quite a few for me.
That's a few.
In a short amount of time, too.
Bitches be thirsty out there.
I feel like this pandy is just really fucking
drowning in poon.
It's like their pussies are the fucking Gobi Desert. The Gobi Desert.
No, that's like dry. You don't want them to be
Right,
dry.
yeah, well, that's what's going on with them, and they're trying to get some.
No, it's more like they've got a
Rainy
wet
season
ass pussy.
Got that WAP.
Got that whap walking around with that whap. Got nothing to do with it.
I will swipe my nose like a credit card. I'm fine with that.
Right?
That's another thing me and Dad were talking about down there. He's like, I don't fucking like doing it. I'm like, really?
Sounds like.
Yeah, right.
You guys were talking about that when you got back? Or because when we got back, I told him what Dr. Drew said about it.
Yeah.
And he laughed real hard. But did you talk about it before that?
What did Dr. Drew say about it?
Did you guys talk about it at the point? This is important.
No, we talked about it when we got back.
Okay. So when you guys got back, he was talking something about that, and I was not listening, right? I'm like, darn, like totally tuned out.
Yeah.
And I tuned back in, and you were talking about it. Hold on. Oh, yeah, that's good.
Jericho.
That was so loud.
Jericho.
That was
gross.
definitely not me. You need to take credit for that one. That was
Yeah.
like a cartoon part.
That was me.
That was really good. I wonder why I can't find a girlfriend.
Oh my god, so weird.
So weird. Oh God! Would you open up the window? Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ!
Did you eat a fart?
Did you?
No, I ate those smash burgers.
Oh God!
Oh fuck, it's locked.
Yeah, it's locked. We're in fucking Westland, bro. I have tons of sound effects.
Yep.
I have a drum. I have That's fine. Just leave it like that. Just leave it there. It's fine.
Okay. So, what were you saying about?
About Dr. Drew.
Yeah. What did he say about WAP?
It's gonna have so much feedback noise.
It's fine. Just keep talking, Jared.
Okay.
It's fine.
So, you guys were talking. I tuned back in. I was like, well, you know what Dr. Drew said about that, right? And you guys were like, no. I was like, well, on the last episode of, one of the episodes of Dr. Drew After Dark, him and Christina were talking about, like, read this thing, like, yeah, I've been with this girl for a long time.
Right.
Right? She's, I just don't like going down on her.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not really my thing. It has nothing to do with the smell. It's, we've been together a long time, so I'm comfortable with her. I just don't like it. And Christina looks over at Dr. Drew and goes, you want to say it at the same time?
1, 2, 3. He's
He's
gay. Right?
Gay.
Yeah, he's gay. Sorry, dude.
Sorry, dude.
Yeah,
You're gay.
You're
And
gay.
I said that to Dad and Dad starts laughing so hard.
Yeah.
He's like, God damn it. And
He's like, I don't fucking like doing that. No, I don't fucking like it.
I'm like, well.
Like my lady now, she don't like it either, so it works out. And I'm like, I can't imagine not doing it.
Right. And that's when I was like,
Right.
you're gay.
Right, you're gay, Dad.
And then you were
Sorry,
like,
you're
it
fucking...
checks out with a thumb
it
dick.
checks out with the whole thumb dick thing. I'm telling you, he just naturally wants to look at it.
And then that's when they went to bed. His dad was like, I'm not winning any fights.
I'm gay.
I'm apparently
I think
gay.
I'm gay.
I think I'm gay now.
I got this thespian
I'm so glad my
son.
kids came. Oh, the thespian son.
Yeah.
That was the same night too,
That was the
wasn't
same
it?
Shit.
Oh my God.
He was just getting mad at me about my over-the-top antics. Like, everything that I said was just, like, with a little bit of a dramatic flair to it.
Can you shut that again?
And he's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, Father, I'm a thespian, Father. You need to accept me. I ain't have no thespian son.
He was getting so mad.
So mad.
Oh my God. Thank you.
I think somebody shit their pants in this room.
It was you. You shit in here.
Somebody shit my pants.
You shouldn't see the dog. She's like laying on her side with her tongue out of her mouth.
She's gonna come over here and roll in it soon. Fucking nasty bitch.
She's remming. Her eyelids are flashing. She's remming it out.
Running for that fart.
Yeah, she's running for the. What's that smell? It's in the distance.
Okay, I love it. Yeah, that was
The thespian son thing was really funny. He was really upset about that.
Yeah, I have no thespian son.
And I was like, what's up, thespian? And Adam was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm like, thanks for your help. He was so done with me.
Yeah, my boss gave me some shit about the pronunciation.
Oh.
Thespian.
Thespian?
Yeah, and it's after I'm gonna fuck this up really bad because I was like half paying attention because
Work.
yeah, I was working and he was talking to me about this shit. It was the actors back in like Greek times or whatever, and I think he's Thespius was his name. he was the first person who didn't like all of the plays before then were like singing performances and shit like that. He was the first person who actually stepped out and wrote lines to have like a dialogue story. So actors are called thespians because of that dude.
Thank you for sharing that.
That's what I said. So thank you very much.
Thank you for
He
that.
goes, it's thespian, not thespian. And I'm like,
Thespian.
thank you. Now I know that.
I think that that weekend was probably my favorite weekend we've had down there ever.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, my wedding was dope as shit.
Yeah.
That weekend was good. Though I still think my favorite one-liner was when Dad told you to do the chores on the chore list on the side of the refrigerator. Or he didn't tell you to do it. He goes, go over there. That's where the Wi-Fi password is, right? So he has it on like the whiteboard on the side of the fridge.
Magnetic whiteboard.
And you go over there and you're like, what is this? Like grocery list, chore list? What the hell is this? Because it has like muffins, and then it's got like change radiator hose. It's like a totally like, mismatched list.
Yeah, right.
It's just like a stream
muffins,
of conscious.
milk, change radiator hose, get roof shingles.
Right.
You know, like fucking remember to pay this bill on this date, and it's like everything.
Right.
To-do list, grocery list.
It's just like
random
a hodgepodge of
collections.
And it's got like my old dance photo
drawings
stuck in the side of it.
Like I might build this crossbow one day.
Right.
What the fuck?
It's like a collage of his thoughts. And you're going down, and you're like, what the fuck is this? And you're like reading it down, and you're like, you know, what change rate, and you go, Polish skis.
Ski Polish. Ski Polish.
No, Polish skis.
Oh yeah, Polish skis.
Polish
right.
skis. Polish skis. Watch the boat, and you're like, Polish. What the hell is Polish skis? And Dad is not listening to you at all.
He's so mad.
He is like, turn like the switch off. He's not hearing you.
And then he snaps to it.
Right, and I go,
I found an opportunity to make my son feel less than.
No, it was me.
Oh, was it?
It was me.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Because I go, you're like, Polish skis, what does that even mean? And I go, I think it's polish.
Like, oh.
Oh, and then Dad like turns around.
You're like dun 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 dun.
Right. And he was like, rah, 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 rah. So the Polish skis was pretty good. Polish skis, because it was the jet skis.
It's the same. It's spelled the same.
No, we talked about this then too. It's a lowercase p is polish.
Everything that Dad writes is in uppercase, though.
True. He just uses all caps.
Granted, I should have fucking known, and that was the same trip where we passed through Jellicoe, Kentucky, and I was like, is that where the Jellicoe cats come from? And you were like...
It's Calico.
Because Jellicoe isn't that you're retarded.
Right. You're R-worded, for sure.
Right. I'm not going to use that. I'm just going to say retarded.
It's not nice.
Why?
Because they say it's not nice. If you are R-worded...
But they're retarded. Why are you listening to them? Oh shit! Oh, you're horrible. You're gonna get shut down.
You're gonna get canceled.
I don't care. Fuck! What are you gonna do? Take away my sponsors? Oh, it would be a good time to talk about our sponsors. I'd like to thank the Orange Extension Cords Company.
That's a good one.
Number 2 pencils. BF Goodrich tires. Toyo tires.
Valvoline.
Valvoline. The Velveteen Rabbit.
Yep, that's a good one. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Always.
Jesus Christ. He's always up there.
He's always up there. So
he's our number one listener.
He's a big supporter.
Big supporter of the show.
Everything that I do.
Satan.
I'd
like to thank him. He's watching too.
Gotta keep the balance.
Gotta keep balance. Good
and
bad. Good and bad.
I would just like to talk about my Monet business too.
Okay, yeah, let's wrap up with that.
So I sell natural hair and skincare products, and yeah, it's really great stuff. I love everything about it.
Yeah, and I can say that it actually, I mean, I don't give two shits about hair care or skin care products because I am just naturally gifted with great hair and skin. So it's never been an issue for me.
And you got the blue eyes.
And I got the blue eyes. And I'm smart now. So I've also got like a 30-pound dick.
You
So
do not.
that- yeah. It's at least it's a deuce and a half.
You're such a liar. I actually wrote something about that in the beginning of this journal.
Really?
About 8-inch dicks.
Yeah.
Do you want me to read it?
Sure, yeah.
It's really funny, I think. It's not fully done, but I think I wrote it in like 2018.
Okay, well, while you're looking for that, I'll say this. I don't care about these, I don't care about skin products, hair products, shit like that, but I can
Right.
tell that, number one, you do care about it, and number two, you're successfully selling a quality product, from
Right.
what I can tell.
Yeah, I mean, it's an oil-based product, so it's not full of water, and it doesn't have any silicones in it, and it doesn't have any, like, sulfates. It doesn't, I mean, stuff that really we should not be using to wash anything, because it's just a bunch of chemicals and junk.
Yeah.
So having a product that is much better for your hair and skin, I mean, when I used it on your beard, it made a huge difference, too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So there's a lot of stuff that I really like about the company, including, outreach stuff.
Yeah, and it's more than just, shampoo and face washes. It's also essential oil type things.
Yeah, it's
for
like
blemishes, and it can
Right.
also be used for I think that's the same shit that you use for my beard.
Yeah, like there's like oil, they have like a proprietary blend of oil that they use in almost all their products, and then you can also buy it like, pure or whatever.
In a hair rejuvenation spray and all sorts of things.
Yeah.
There's a wide variety of
Right, and the website is very kind of confusing because there is so much stuff. So that's why you should message me directly, and then I can build a cart for you based on what you need, because it's a lot to learn. So
And
it's
where
pretty
can they
cool.
find you?
On Facebook, Jerica Durfee, or on the Grum on Jerica Durfee. No dot.
No dot.
One together.
No dot.
Yeah, that's my business page.
Yeah, I don't have anything to promote.
Yes, you do.
Besides my my wood projects and my epoxy stuff, but those are all cheap, and I'm actually kind of full up with the orders right now, so I can't take.
Yeah, you've had a lot of orders.
Yeah, I'm a little bit behind.
Well, we'll come out on Monday, so you can work a little bit too.
Yeah. So no, but yeah, if you want to follow me, Facebook, I'm not on it much, but I'm still connected to Messenger, so you can always direct message me through there. And my Instagram is Gird Up Your Loins, GIRDUPYOURLOINS.
Which I don't understand.
It's in like an ancient Roman term, where like they had loincloths with that rope on the bottom of them.
Uh-huh.
The reason that they had the rope on the bottom was of that like loincloth thing, or not loincloth, it's more of a tunic robe. They had that so they could cinch up and tie off their the bottom of their robes higher up, so they could be more active, like this, so they could, whatever.
So they use it as like a belt, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. They cinch it up, use it as a belt, kind of, and they were able to more freely move. So saying "gird up your loins" was a way of saying like "come at me, bro."
Oh.
Back in the day, I was like, "Come at me, gird up your loins, then, bitch." Like, you want to talk? Like, fucking get to stepping, then, motherfucker. So it's like, "Gird up your loins, motherfucker." So I read that. I don't know the fuck where. And I was like, that is gird up your loins is a perfect fucking handle.
That's perfect for you.
It's so fucking funny. Like, come at me, bro. But like, what was it? Like fucking 3,000 years ago.
Right. No, I love it.
I think it's funny.
It's very accurate. I saw somebody with a Instagram handle it was like an Alkaline Trio lyric.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, is this Alkaline Trio lyric? And she's like, yeah, no one understands that. I was like, oh, right, bitch.
Yeah, right.
Like, so I think it's cool when people have nice, unique Instagram names. I just use my name.
It's unique.
Yeah.
Your name is unique anyway, so.
Yeah, so nobody's gonna really have it.
Right. I mean, I got lucky. I blessed myself early on with a good gamer tag too.
Oh yeah.
So like my Xbox Live name from like 2001 and my PlayStation Live name now, 19 years later,
Yeah.
is the same.
Oh, so you picked one that you liked and you didn't
And I
have to,
liked it, and I liked it the entire fucking time, and I don't ever plan to change it.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's like getting on the ground.
It's like getting
floor.
on the ground floor.
Yeah.
Gird up your loins, bitch.
That's a lot.
All right. Well, we've been recording for over 2 hours.
I think we should be done.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you everyone for
If you're still listening.
Yeah, for still listening. It was a doozy right around like the hour and 15 to hour and
We can always
45
split it up
minutes.
into 2.
Nah, we'll just fucking keep it as one. I'll just put in an intro on it. But all right, thank you for listening,
Thanks
everyone.
for listening.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you.